this tutorial, I'm going to show you how I made a HAO scale shed. Well, actually, I didn't make one, I made two. But in the video, you only see me working on one. That's going to be the black one. In the end result, I'm going to show you both of them. Because it's easier just to video one project at a time. I chose to do it like this. So, you know, I hope you're going to like it. If you need measurements from the sheds, I'm going to show you in the first part of the video a drawing with the measurements. If you want them, contact me below in the comment box beneath the video. Let's go and have some fun making this. I really did. I enjoyed it. Let's go, guys. Let's make a HAO scale shed and do it. So here is the start out of my HAO scale shed tutorial. As you can see on the left side, that's the drawing I made because I want to have the measurements and I know everything's correct. On the right side, it's out of wood. As you can see, only the roof. I'm gonna do two. I'm gonna do a wooden roof, and I'm gonna do a corrugated roof. So just gonna see what's gonna work, but now you can see how I started out. So as you can see in the roof, I already made like a hole with some beams on the back because I want to make it look like it's broken. So here we go. So as you can see here, there's the roof. I told you it was from wood. Well, that was not correct. It's from cardboard, like a thick piece, and the beams are from wood. So what I'm gonna do is cover the roof with those steering wooden sticks, I think you call them. That's gonna be the roof cover, and I'm gonna make that work just breaking them up, so it's gonna look old, you know, like this, and have like rigged ends and sides. So this is how I'm gonna do it, and I'll be back with you when they're glued on. So here is the cardboard roof with the hole and the beams. You can still see it, and I put some little pieces on I had laying around, like these little pieces. As you can see, it still looks like this, and what I'm gonna need to do right now is to break off these ends. Of course, it has to have the right measurements, but you know, if it's a little bit too much or less, I will figure it out and make it work when I'm gonna do the paint job. But as you can see, it looks like a roof. Not really, but it will. So here we go. I'm gonna break off these popsicles. I'll show you when it's done. So here is the roof with the sides broken off, as you can see. Actually down to the size I wanted it. And I just break it up in random spots. These are the pieces that were left over from other wood. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna paint it, and I'm gonna give it a base coat of black. I'm gonna show you guys which black it is, but after that it's gonna be fast forward because you don't want to see me painting for 10 minutes. So here we go. Well guys, like I often say, I do stuff when I go along with my projects. In this case, I didn't start out the painting right away because I thought, how cool would it be if there would be some tiles on the roof. I don't know how it's gonna work out, but as you can see, I made some tiles of styrofoam, really thin, and now it's gonna be painted. So we're just gonna wait and see if the tiles are gonna just give it that little bit extra I'm looking for. Well guys, I decided to do a step in between. I show you guys how it looks when I put all the walls together and the roof. And especially with this one, because I decided to use multiple materials. So let's go and turn this around. So as you can see, I used styrofoam. In the back it's just cardboard with a layer of super glue. The roof I already showed you guys. So this is the step that it's completed. and now it needs to be painted black. The other house I'm gonna do is with the corrugated rooftop. I decided to do that a little bit different, so in this video you see in the end result two different little HO scale sheds. So let's go and paint it black. So, as you guys can see, the shed is completely painted in black, and it turns out like a matte black, and you can still see all the cracks I made and scratches to make it look old. And that's the back with the layer of super glue. So what's gonna be done now is I'm gonna airbrush it with a light gray. So that's what I'm gonna do next. So as you can see, everything is ready. This is my airbrush machine, which I'm gonna fill up with Vallejo 71276. That's Yusuf light gray. And I'm just gonna spray paint a random breeze over it, just to highlight some stuff. Don't forget to get a mask on, wear some gloves just in case it's water-based paint, but still I like to protect myself with working with my airbrush. So let's get going. So as you can see, just a light spray with the airbrush with the light gray of Vallejo Model Air. There's a lot of difference, and as you can see, it's gonna make it way easier when I'm gonna finish up everything with the washes and show you guys how I do this. And that just the tiny spray of light is just the world of difference. I will show you a little bit up close. It's just, you think maybe it's random, but as you can see, the tiles are a little bit lighter than the rest. That's because I want it like that. You can see cracks. See, like it's already started to look like more old wood. Like it's, you know, it needs some weathering, of course, and it needs some more washes. So that's what we're gonna do right now. Let's go. Well, it's time to work on the roof of my shed. I'm gonna use some washes. The green wash I made myself. I did not have a chance yet to make a brown wash for myself, so I'm gonna use the Vallejo washes, 73.203 and 73200. And well, let's see if this is gonna work the way I want. What I'm gonna do first is get a little bit of the brown wash on there. not too much, and I'm just gonna cover the entire surface. You don't guys have to, you don't have to stick around to see me doing this. So I'll be back when the roof is finished. The entire roof is covered. As you can see, it's starting to look more like old wood. And, the great part of this is that you can still see just that little gray that I airbrushed underneath that. And that was the main idea. I didn't do the walls yet because I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet. But anyway, we're gonna start off with the green. And because I want the green around the tiles, it has to look like a little bit of moss is on that roof. So I'm just gonna go in there and see how it goes. I never know where I'm gonna end up, doing all the moss and the green wash I made. Just go and see what's gonna work. Do clean your brush, because otherwise, that light green is gonna interfere with that pretty dark brown wash. So my brush is clean, and let's go and see if I can get some nice green details on the tiles. There is a chance that this wash is too light for the thing I want. But we will see when everything dries up. And you just let it, drip through the tiles. And that's the benefit of making stuff yourself. You can do what you want. And you have to be honest, this looks 10 times better than when you buy like a plastic little Heyo scale house in a hobby store or whatever. It really doesn't look as great as this. So I'm just gonna get all that green on there, and I'm just gonna wait till it's dry, and maybe I'm just gonna need a little bit more on it, but this first layer of wash is gonna dry, and then we're gonna move on and see how everything's going. As you can see, it is green, not a lot, but this first wash, it's not gonna do, so I'm gonna let it dry and be back with you to do the second layer. This is how the green wash turned out. You see all those little highlights of green, the washes, and I decided to do the walls also, so that is the same as I did the rooftop, and I'm quite happy with it. It's not finished yet because it's gonna need weathering, but for the weathering and everything, I'm gonna make a separate video that will be online in some time. So I'm gonna finish up my shed over here and show you the end result when it's done, and hope you guys are gonna like it. So I'm outside with one of the two sheds I made. This is the one I didn't show you on the video, but this is how it ended up with the corrugated roof. And I'm gonna make a picture of it to show you guys, with the old man standing in front of his shed being his picture taken. So I'm gonna show you the other shed right now. So here it is, the shed from the tutorial you just saw. I'm not completely happy with the rooftop because I think the moss is too green. That's because I wetted it with some green powder. That was not a brilliant idea, but I can fix that. So this is the end results. And it's also outside, standing in the grass on some moss, as you can see. I hope you guys like this tutorial and hope to see you next time. Please keep following me, and later guys.